Hi guys, welcome back to the Codefreak channel. Freak out as you code. So today we'll be learning about cascading style sheets, that is CSS. So we'll be moving on from HTML to CSS, and I'm going to give you an introduction about cascading style sheets. So we have opened the Wikipedia page for cascading style sheets. So let's see what it's okay. I'll read out a few lines from here. Cascading style sheets CSS is a style sheet language used for describing the presentation of a document written in markup language like HTML. So you can understand here that it's a style sheet language, and so that you get a good presentation as such, a good design on your HTML page, you can add something called CSS. Okay, that's how you just remember it. CSS is a cornerstone technology of World Wide Web along with HTML and JavaScript. CSS is designed to enable the separation of presentation and content, including layout, colors, and fonts. So it makes you make a new file where you store all the layout, colors, fonts for the particular thing. So we'll learn about it. Just know about it right now. This separation can improve content accessibility, provide more flexibility and control in the specification of presentation characteristics, enable multiple web pages to share formatting by specifying the relevant CSS in the separate .css file. So we make a .css file now, and reduce complexity and repetition in the structural content. So that's what is the main purpose of cascading style sheets as such. So this is the symbol of CSS. So I think you have got some idea as to what CSS is. So in addition to HTML, other markup languages that support CSS are XHTML, plain XML, SVG, and XUL. So you can actually, if you learn CSS, you can use them even in these things also. So yeah. So now let's look into some history aspects of it. So I'll just go to the history. So CSS was proposed by Hakon Lee. I don't know how to pronounce this person as such. On October 1994. Let's see who this guy is. So he's a Norwegian web pioneer, a standards activist, and a chief technological officer, CTO of Opera Software from 1998. Okay, but he invented it before that only. So he developed CSS while working with Tim Berners-Lee. He was the one who invented HTML as such. Okay, discovered it. So at the time when Lie was working with Tim Berners-Lee at CERN is a space, a nuclear research center, several other style sheet languages for the web were proposed around the same time, and the discussion on public mailings list and inside the World Web Consortium resulted in the first W3C CSS recommendation. So it was recommended there, and then was released in 1996. So you can read about some of the things here. Also, it's very nice to see. So there was some difficulty in adoption. You will see all this. It's nice when you can actually read through all this. Also, it helps you to get a background knowledge of how it was developed, and maybe one day you will also develop something like this. So there were some variations: CSS1, CSS2, CSS 2.1, 3, and then other things. Okay, so I think we have had a brief explanation about what CSS is. So just remember that this is the picture nowadays which is used. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Catch up with you in the next video, and then we'll dive into learning about CSS. Okay, so before we end, actually I've made a small kind of a I have noted down some points here. So what is CSS? CSS is cascading style sheets. CSS describes how HTML elements are displayed on the screen, paper, and other media. So saves a lot of work, and you can use it for multiple web pages. You just need one CSS file, and you can use it for multiple HTML pages, and you'll get similar kind of design. So you have .css extension, and external style sheets are stored in CSS files with the .css extension. Okay, that's it for today's video, guys. Bye bye. Subscribe, like, and comment. Bye.